coming up this week on a brand new episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast. One of the reasons you get to being that great is because your whole life you telling you that you the best and you believe in that shit. You can't just cut that off. I've been telling myself that I'm the best for 20 years. And now you want me to tell myself that I'm coming off the bench. That's not easy to do.
We supposed to be the losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime. I guess they wasn't in their right mind. Underdog.
Yes, sir. What's going on, folks? Welcome to a brand new, exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast. We are the realest sports podcast in all the land. True. Bro, I don't know if you hear me, fam. I mean, in all the land. True. All right, making sure you with me. And we are back to wrap up the previous week of sports in dramatic fashion. No BS, no sugarcoating, no biases, only that strong arm truth. This happens to be the first time you guys have watched our show here on YouTube, or if you're listening on any of our various podcast channels, on one half of the show, I go by the name of K-Spade the Prospect.
And I'm your boy, LeParis57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports. Spade! Y'all already know we got Statman D with us.
In the corner.
Yo, we got a fire show for these guys this week, Spade, and no need to prolong it. I seen people in the comment section, by the way.
You said that like this is an anomaly.
That's true, though. That's facts. Hey, Spade, but I seen people in the comment section, they was talking about Joel Santana teeth. Ain't no Joel Santana teeth slander. I'm not for it.
He went and bought him
I will not stand for it.
Back.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's right. He got a whole grill back. That's right. Shout out to Santana. Spade.
Took a smiling
D. I want to start in the NFL, man. Something wild happened in the NFL. So as we all know, the NFL like to do these games. They trying to broaden their horizon. They like to go overseas and other countries and stuff and play some football games, kind of like the NBA. You know, the NBA do this big promotion where they go in China and it's a big deal over there in China and do all this thing. The NFL kind of adapted. They go to London. They go over there and play in the UK. They had a game coming up this week that was scheduled to be played in Mexico. But the problem is they showed the field and played the players in the NFL and the team owners was not happy with the field conditions. The field looked like, bruh, when I seen the picture of that field, I was like, what the hell happened? Because a day or two prior to them showing the field, a few days before the game was supposed to happen, a few days before that, they showed the field and the field looked fine. Now, I think it was a soccer game, if I'm not mistaken, that took place on that field. And when they showed the field to the players was threatening to sit out, they wasn't traveling. It was just a catastrophe, y'all. It was supposed to be played in Mexico. It's moved back to LA. Now we know California is, they're going through some forest fires that's devastating that part of the country over there. So, prayers up to everybody that's been affected by that. But it's just been a mess. Like now, they got to move the game back to LA. The air conditions over there aren't the best. Spade, what happened with this whole situation in Mexico? What's up?
It's poor planning. I mean, I guess you could say it was poor planning. You could also sprinkle in a little bit of the unpredictable Mother Nature effect. But they say that new hybrid grass was laid at Mexico City Stadium, and since then, 23 soccer matches have been played on it. And the stadium hosted 3 concerts and a president-elect campaign rally. So, I mean, I guess it must be the only damn stadium in the area.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. It just sounds like they was having a lot of stuff popping. The big thing to note, though, I wish I had the exact numbers, and I don't have those numbers, but I'm willing to bet that at least half of that stadium was going to be filled with U.S. football fans that was going to be tourists in that area for the game. And that's lost revenue, man. Some people, obviously tickets have been bought. Some people have already paid for travel stuff. Some people was already in Mexico City. So it's a big, big blunder. And I don't know, man, it's kind of funny. You said something about the NBA being like more, I don't know. It's just a worldwide popular sport. And football continues to try, and I actually applaud their efforts. They try to get fans over in London. Like, they trying to make this thing bigger. And this one right here, man, it wasn't well thought out, man. It was a great idea. It was poor execution.
And I want to tell you what else I heard, that they are giving away tickets. I read it, actually. They're giving away tickets to this game in LA to try and get people to fill them stands over there. I mean, I gotta ask y'all, man. Even if they was giving away tickets, are y'all going out there? And I know, D, you from the West Coast, you from over there, with the conditions in the air that's going on right now with the forest fires. Even if they was giving away tickets, are you going to sit out there?
Honestly, the people that giving the tickets out are first responders, so they're already outside.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Well,
so
that's true.
They're probably gonna be at the game. It ain't a change of weather for them, but honestly, I wouldn't be doing it right now. I'd be hitting my folks up, and they all be wearing masks and stuff like that. So there's no way you step outside without wearing a mask. Ain't no point in being outside, honestly. I mean, just going back to the Bay Area, I know it's not this right here, but there's other games that were canceled because of the weather, because of this. So it's surprising to me that this game is even going on here.
Yeah, the Cal and Stanford,
somewhere else.
I'm going to cut you off, D, but the Cal and Stanford game got pushed to December 1st.
Yep.
It got pushed to December
exactly.
1st.
So is this not just another example of just how, I hate to use the term money hungry, but like, is this a good idea? Like, the NFL want this check so bad. They like, oh, the Mexico thing fell through. Let's quick rush, put it in an area where people are affected by, you know, I don't know. It just feels bad. The whole thing feels bad.
It definitely does. And I mean, nobody expected both of these. I mean, we expected the Rams to be good, but the Chiefs, I mean, they are playing amazing. So this is one of this, if not the biggest game this weekend, and it's surrounded by all this mess. That's why I feel like the NFL is like, yo, we got to play this game. This is a huge game this week. I mean, whether I agree with it, you know, I don't agree with it. Especially, I don't know why they just couldn't just play somewhere else. And I get it. It's basically like a home game. I felt like they should. It's a home game for the Rams, but they should have at least picked a neutral site. Maybe they could have went to Texas, Arizona. I don't know. They could have went somewhere else and played on a neutral site. Maybe it's not as many fans or whatever, but I don't even know if it's a good thing to be playing in those conditions over there, man. I don't know.
They should go back to St. Louis and play a game in there, huh?
I mean,
that's really what they should do.
It was going to be played at a neutral site in Mexico. I know one of the teams was officially, I'm doing quote fingers over here, going to be the home team, but it's a neutral site. And now it's basically a home game for the Rams. On top of the forest fires that's happening over there on the West Coast in California, it's just been a mess. And this is the biggest game this weekend. It's crazy.
That is crazy. If you think that's crazy, I got more crazy for you, man. This whole show is about to be crazy. We're going to stay in the NFL for this next topic. Let's go to Pittsburgh, man. This has been a conversation piece since the NFL season started. We've all been watching to see if Le'Veon Bell was going to end his holdout and return to his team. We've talked about it here on the show. We've actually heard several Steelers players, as well as other sports analysts or whatever, give their predictions as to when they think Le'Veon Bell will return. You know, I'm pretty sure, without a shadow of a doubt, Le'Veon Bell will be here by such and such a date. And I don't know, Le'Veon Bell proved everybody wrong. He did not show up, and he had a deadline to show up before he was going to have to forfeit this entire season and the monies that he would have made this season. And Le'Veon Bell did not show up. Now, that's only one half of the story, though, y'all. The other half of the story is the fact that his teammates or ex-teammates, I don't know what the hell is going to happen with this situation, but the Steelers seem to be relieved that, okay, this deadline has reached. Le'Veon isn't here. We now know, like, we took the guesswork out of it. We now know that for the remainder of this year, he is not one of us. He is not a Pittsburgh. He is a Steeler, but he's not out there with us. And with the media there in the locker room, they began to kind of rummage through his locker, and I couldn't tell. The Paris, I'm going to ask you and D, I know both of y'all got more football experience than I have. I don't know if this was joking. I couldn't tell if it was banter. It was almost like I was reading a text message. Like, I was seeing it, but I couldn't tell what context it was in. But they was kind of taking his things, and I know Dupree was talking to the camera like, look, I wish you much success, but I appreciate these cleats. Like, I'm keeping these cleats, my boy. You got these Jordan cleats. And I saw, I think I don't want to mess this up, but a ex-NFL player, I want to say last name Flowers. I could be wrong on that, but I saw a tweet where he was like, it ain't one real person in that locker room. Like, they was wrong for that. And then other folks were saying
that was the corner. I can't remember his first name, but he was a cornerback.
Bruh, I know you saw it. Listeners, viewers, I know y'all saw it. First of all, my question to everybody. Was it a joke? And if it was a joke, is it cool to joke like that? And if it wasn't a joke,
first.
Is this out of bounds? D, is this out of bounds to do this?
Honestly, I'll let y'all go, man, because I got my thoughts on it. I think it was kind of messed up with the team with saying if it was true or not. I mean, if they did it or not. You know, you don't do that. And it shows respect. I mean, it shows disrespect to the player itself. But it's not like they didn't do it already, right? Like, there was already offensive linemen that came out earlier and kind of complained on it, right? So
that's true.
Is it really weird that they did this coming forward? You know, they already got their running back of the future.
LePage, you want me to go?
No, I'll go.
Go.
I'll go. Spade. First of all, I want to say this. It depends on Spade. Me and you been friends for a long time. You can say things to me, and I could take. I could take it well because I know you don't mean it maliciously. You know what I mean? You can say something, but if a stranger say the same thing that you said, nah, that's not okay with me. You feel me? So it depends on that. I'm gonna start there. It depends on said relationship with said player. Like Dupree, I don't know the type of relationship he had with Dupree. But to me, it all left a nasty taste in my mouth from the get-go. Okay, so Le'Veon Bell ain't there for y'all to ransack and go into this man personal things. Personal things, yo. It does not sit well with me. And Spade, I'm gonna have to agree with Flowers. I don't listen. It's a ton of ways you can handle this situation. And even if they did go into his locker, which I'm not okay with. But to do it in front of the media, bruh.
Bingo.
To do it in front of the media? Come on, man. In front of the media, you know all these cameras in here. Y'all looking in the camera like, oh, these trying on the cleats and go. Come on, man. That shit is trash. That's trash.
That's how I felt.
You know what? And if I'm Le'Veon Bell, I'm looking at this like, bro, I don't want to be in this locker room with these suckers. Like, Spade, bro. I ain't never seen, and it's a bold statement because I'm jumping out on a limb because right now I can't really think, but I ain't never seen a team disrespect a star. There's one of their star players for holding out trying to get money to solidify his future when you already know he played one of those tough positions that got a short lifespan and you can only cash out between this age and that age. I ain't never seen nobody get disrespected the way they've been disrespecting Le'Veon Bell this season. It's a shame. It's crazy. I've never seen it before. Never.
Yeah,
I usually, one more thing, Spade. Usually, football players understand football player situation when it comes to their money, and they don't be reacting like this. This is terrible. It sucks. It's terrible. And if I'm Le'Veon Bell, I wouldn't want to be in that damn locker room either. Get me the hell out of here.
I was basically gonna go the same way. I want to say this. Like, you and I, we can joke. We do joke. Sometimes we joke in a way that if somebody else heard us joking, they would be like, dang, them dudes is. But because that's our relationship, I would be more hesitant to share that side of our relationship in front of others. This is me and you. I might say all kind of off the wall shit to you, but not going to do it in front of others. And I'm damn sure not going to do it in front of cameras. And that's the thing for me. It made me feel some kind of way about it. I got a quote here from a cornerback, Mike Hilton, who says that the ransack was not all malicious and that it might have actually been therapeutic. Now, check out his approach here. He said everybody was tired of talking about it and wondering when he was going to show up. You see the locker and you think, okay, maybe he's going to show up. But now it's all understood and everybody can really get past it. I think that's a reach. He also went as far as to say Hilton is one of the people who secured a pair of his Jordan cleats. But he also went as far as to say that these lockers are typically full of free football apparel that Le'Veon Bell probably wouldn't have needed anyway. If these lockers are full of free shit, you got a locker with free shit in it too. So it just I don't like it, bro. It don't feel good to me.
And I don't care if it's free shit. It's my free shit. Don't touch my shit.
If the lockers are full of free shit, Mike Hilton, you got a locker that probably got some free shit in it too. And I don't know, man. It rubbed me wrong. I got a problem with it.
His argument is, Spade, Le'Veon Bell might be a Jordan brand guy. Maybe Hilton ain't. Maybe he got, maybe they sent Le'Veon Bell a ton of Jordan cleats and Hilton ain't. So I guess he's saying, it's free Jordan shit in there. Let me give me some Jordan shit. But that's still Le'Veon Bell free Jordan shit. It ain't yours.
Yeah, okay.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'm kind of confused that he has a locker room. Like, I mean, a locker still. I mean, like, what do you have a locker for right now? It should have been in a box until.
Well, they had to give him up to that day because if he'd showed up,
It's like he showed up, he wasn't going to be on the field the first day. He was going to go through so many different, different testing and stuff like that. It was no way. Like, unpack the box when he shows up or whatever.
I don't like it, man. It just left a foul taste in my mouth, bad taste in my mouth, man. I don't like it. And listen, man. What they say, tough times show you people true colors, man. And Le'Veon Bell got to see them dudes' true colors, man. And you know what?
Did y'all know that? They can still place a franchise tag on him next year?
Yeah,
they can still do that.
And let me mention this real quick about the franchise tag. I'm okay with the franchise tag. My problem with the franchise tag, Spade, is the NFL allowing teams to franchise them year after year after year. If I'm not mistaken, Walter Jones was an offensive tackle for the Seattle Seahawks.
For the Seahawks.
Went to Florida State, by the way. But Seattle franchise, he an offensive lineman. They franchised him like 4 or 5 times consecutively. I ain't never seen no shit like that before. He was making a, franchise tag. You get paid between, I think, like the top 5, like your salary is between
and
that.
I think
average.
after 2 years, it got to go up. So, if you keep getting tagged over and over, like, you getting that bag.
Yeah,
you're just not getting a long-term offer.
The problem is, with Le'Veon Bell's situation, it only takes a knee, an Achilles, a bad concussion, and they'll be like, oh, a running back is washed. It's always some new 22, 23-year-old stud in the draft that they can get in the later rounds and use up for 3-4 years, franchise him for a 5th year, and then be like, okay, on his way, we on to the next back. So I'm not... Listen, I said on this show that if the Steelers offered Le'Veon Bell $70 million, I think Le'Veon Bell made a mistake. But Le'Veon Bell know the ins and outs of that organization better than me. So even if they did offer him $70 million, if he had a feeling like, man, they just gonna use me up and throw me away and cut me, then I ain't mad at Le'Veon Bell with his decision, man. I'm not.
You can't be mad at him. It's his decision. On the flip side, I do want to also take the time to say that his replacement for this season, James Conner, is 3rd in the league in rushing, man. Only Zeke Elliott and Todd Gurley have more rushing yards than James Conner, and both of those guys have more carries. Todd Gurley damn near got 40 more carries than James Conner. So it is fair to say the Steelers are okay. Like, Le'Veon did not cripple this team by any stretch of imagination. They are okay with James Conner. So
yeah, they fine.
And the crazy part, you actually watch those games. There are plays where you can see Le'Veon Bell excelling more than James Conner too. Yeah. There was times where Conner would hit the hole, and you'd be like, "This is where Bell will come in and be patient and go around." So it's crazy that he's doing so well, but it just shows that how well Bell actually really was too for that team. So
I don't know.
Go ahead, Spade. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, one of my big criticisms on Le'Veon, and I think Le'Veon's a hell of a talent. Easily top 3 running back in this league. Easily. But I'm also on record as saying the last time Le'Veon was missing from the team for one reason or another, they had an older D'Angelo Williams in that backfield, and he looked phenomenal. Mm-hmm. So at some point, if you see 3 different running backs in the same system excel, it's something about that system and or the other players in that system. And I think that's one of the reasons, not saying they was justified for it, because they weren't. But that's another one of the reasons why the offensive lineman felt some kind of way about Le'Veon. I think that's the reason that, DeCastro and some of these other guys, Pouncey was like, wait a minute, like, we are a big part of your success too. You ain't doing it all on your own. So, like I said, I don't feel like that justified them speaking out. I don't think they ever should have commented on his situation with his money. But standing on the outside, I can see why they feel that way. Like, shit, D'Angelo Williams cooked behind, running behind us. James Conner cooking running behind us. So, is it you?
Then just let me go. Like, Now, I know the Steelers can do this transition tag crap next year. Do y'all see them doing that, or do y'all just see them just being like, it's a wrap, let them go?
I think they let him go. I hope
they let him go.
How much money did Le'Veon lose this year? I want to say he lost somewhere around
almost 15 M's, like 14.
15 million. When a man is willing to lose $15 million to make a statement, his statement was received loud and clear. Like, I either want a long-term contract or let me go to somebody who would give it to me. They would be an absolute fool to bring this man back.
I agree.
I got one more thing to add, though, too. I mean, let's not forget that Le'Veon Bell treated his offensive linemen very nicely. Remember, I forgot what year it was. Didn't he buy them all like $30,000 watches, something like that, and the fullback? So I mean, like, he does respect his line. It's not that he doesn't let him go leave him alone. So he did give him things.
Yeah, I hear
you though.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I think that's kind of customary. You might hear it more so in the case of quarterbacks, but it seems like I'm always hearing about offensive linemen being, gifted something from somebody. So I don't know. I don't think that was. And D, you're absolutely right. They still, and I say again, they still should have stayed out of it. It didn't concern them. They had no reason to comment on it whatsoever, in my opinion. But I think they felt almost betrayed. Like, they was like, okay, Le'Veon trying to get his bread. We respect that. But by week 5, whatever week, if Le'Veon ain't got his bread, he gonna show up, because at the end of the day, we brothers in arms. And they was foolish to think that their brotherhood was more important to this man than him being able to secure the bag that he feel like he deserved. You know what I'm saying? So that was foolish.
I don't know if we brought it up, but they started going back in Le'Veon old tweets. Did we bring that up last week?
The Twitter world will go get in your tweets. Yeah. And this is a good time to bring it up. Do you remember some of the tweets?
The tweets was like anybody that hold out for money really don't love this game. It was like tweets like that, and boy, they was on Le'Veon Bell head, boy.
It was another tweet where he was like, I don't play this game for the money. Word. Like, oh, God, Le'Veon, this is terrible. I mean, but these tweets are from like 2015 or something like that. Yeah, it was a bad look.
Well, there go get them tweets. Clean up your Twitters. Go clean up your Twitters.
I do like my boy say, don't hit send.
Don't hit send. I'm ready to move on. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Gotta take it to Cincinnati. Spade, what have I been notoriously known on this show for? Fire who? Who I want fired?
It's a few people, but
Spade, who I want fired? Let me rephrase. Who do I want fired in Cincinnati?
Marvin Lewis, which I don't understand why. Marvin does a hell of a job.
I want Marvin Lewis out of there. Marvin Lewis, I swear he must got news or something. The owner, children or something. It's weird. He must got some type of dirt on his owner, because Marvin Lewis got a get out of jail free card with the Bengals. Spade. Not only did Marvin Lewis not get fired, when everybody was speculating Marvin Lewis could potentially be out, he wasn't out, but they fired the defensive coordinator, and not only did they fire the DC, they hired Hugh Jackson, that just got fired from the Browns, as an assistant to head coach Marvin Lewis. It's reported, Spade, that Hugh Jackson will not take over the offensive duties. He's just a special assistant next to head coach Marvin Lewis. Spade. Also, let me say this. They fired the defensive coordinator. Did you guys know that Cincinnati has given up 500 plus yards for the past 4 or 5 weeks straight on the defensively? Like, teams is just killing them. Like, everybody get yards against the Bengals, and I thought the Bengals defense was okay, but they are giving up all the yards for the past 4 or 5 consecutive games. Spade, what the hell? Spade, keep it real, bro.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on in Cincinnati? And is it time for Marvin Lewis to get the hell on?
Time for that damn DC to get the hell on. 500 yards to offense. How many weeks consecutive? That's the DC.
4 or 5 consecutive.
Yeah, that's a lot of damn yards, bro. That's a lot of yards. I'm going to tell you something about head coach Marvin Lewis. He had a quote I like. He said, I appreciate the hard work that Coach Austin has put into our football team, but I felt it was best to make a change at this point, and I wish him the best. He said, I will be coordinating the defense from here on out, and I am excited to do that. Now, you watch this defense. They're going to play better under Marvin Lewis. They're going to be dirty. They're going to hit you late because that's the type of coach Marvin Lewis is. And y'all want to know why Marvin don't get fired? The same man who inspires his players to play dirty. You think he easy to fire? Every time they call Marvin Lewis in that office and say, Marvin, we want to talk to you about your review. He said, how little Sarah doing in school? Down there on the 300 hall in room 305 that walk home by herself every day. How is little Sarah doing? And they said, Coach, you're doing a hell of a job. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Marvin play a little dirty. And I'm going to tell you something else.
Saying something over there.
Not only do I appreciate Marvin Lewis for his coaching tactics, I appreciate Marvin Lewis for picking up a fallen soldier. He said, what? Hugh got fired? Nah, hell no. We'll make a position for Hugh. We don't look, y'all. We looked up we don't even know what the hell Hugh does. We don't even know what he do. He said, Hugh.
He's a consultant.
See?
He's a consultant.
What the hell is a coaching consultant? You know what? I like that. Lopez, I like that. Let me tell you something, bro. If for some odd reason our producers fired you from this show, I'm hiring you back as like my sock coordinator. You can't even see my damn feet. I want you to pick out my socks. I'm looking out for you, bro. Marvin a real one. And I'm tired of you hating on this guy, bro. He the last of a dying breed.
I'm not saying Marvin Lewis shouldn't be a head coach anymore anywhere else. Just not in Cincinnati, bro.
Paris, you know how this works.
For a new voice.
You know how this works. He get fired, he could be donezo. We both like Mike Singletary as a coach. We ain't seen him since he said can't win with him, can't play with him. We ain't seen him since as a head coach. It's risky, man. He get fired, we might never see him again in the NFL. He'd be coaching UTEP.
Who you said we ain't see?
Mike Singletary as a head coach.
He's a coordinator somewhere.
That ain't what I want to see. I want to see Mike Singletary the head coach.
Bro, the bottom line is just keep getting them checks, bro. That's all.
Nah. This man is responsible for making Vernon Davis a Pro Bowler. Had he not snatched Vernon Davis out that game, man, we wouldn't have never seen the greatness in that guy.
And made him cry.
Now I gotta look. Where the hell is Mike Singletary at? Now
See,
I gotta look.
And made him cry.
We shouldn't have to ask that question, bro. And you know if Marvin get fired from here, who else gonna give Marvin a shot, bro?
Bro, he gonna get a shot because he's a hell of a defensive coordinator.
Nah, that's not what I want for Marvin. That's not what I want. I tease a little bit, but honestly, man, I like Marvin Lewis. I do understand your point. You do have a valid point. But the year that Marvin was going to shut up all the critics and naysayers, his team imploded. And I hated that for him, man, because they had the game. They did the bag. They had the game. Pat-Man went Pat-Man. What the hell is Pat-Man doing? I'm still mad at Pat-Man for that. What was he doing, bro? He was just about to get the monkey off his back, so to speak.
Sure was.
And Pat-Man went Pat-Man. Golly, bro.
I looked up Mike Singletary. Mike Singletary, he's the head coach. So he do have a head coach position.
Not in the league.
He's a head coach for the new league, the Alliance American Football League, that new league coming, that new football league coming for the Memphis Express.
What the new league?
Bro, it's a new league coming, bro.
Bro, you said he the head coach for a league that ain't even here? That what you just told me?
Bro, it's coming though. But it's set to play in February 19. It's right around the corner, bro.
I don't want that for my boy.
Oh my God.
This man made a Pro Bowl tight end and he's the coach of a
so he do have a head coach job, bro.
We talking about the same league where Michael Vick gonna be a coordinator or something like that?
Yeah, that league.
God.
I'm upset that y'all know about this and I don't.
Oh my God. Bro. Oh my God.
You don't like football, Spade?
I like football, bro.
You like NFL football?
I like the Dolphins.
I like NFL football.
I like the Hurricanes.
Smash mouth.
Yeah, this
Smash. Oh,
he's the head coach of the Memphis
Express,
we Spade.
D, are you okay with LePage wanting to fire Marvin Lewis after all this hard work?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they can't make it to the conference. So it's like, bro, something has to happen,
it's
man.
Time.
Okay,
Spade,
let me say this and then we can move forward.
It's time.
Okay,
it's
I
time.
hear you. Let me say this, then we can move forward.
When you still got faith,
It's time.
You still got faith in AJ Green.
I do.
You know what I mean? And like, and
I do.
And you know, Dalton. It's like,
the
come
Bengals
on, bro.
got talent. Mixon, Gio, AJ, Boyd. They got talent, man.
Let me give
Them
y'all
defenders,
this.
Big Gino, they got talent.
If it's any San Diego, they ain't San Diego no more. If it's any Los Angeles Chargers fans, you guys are looking real good this year. You might be second or third in the AFC. I'm not really sure. I have to let you guys know.
Gotta get that wild card.
You're not going anywhere because that franchise is haunted by the ghost of Marty Schottenheimer. Because you guys did what the Paris want Cincinnati to do, what Dayton wants Cincinnati to do.
Marvin Lewis ain't going 14-2, Spade.
Marty Schottenheimer got his team to the postseason every year and could not win, and they fired Marty thinking they could do better. And the ghost of Marty Schottenheimer hunts that franchise to this day. If you want the ghost of Marvin Lewis to hunt you, Cincinnati fans, fire Marvin.
If Marvin Lewis go 14-2, you wouldn't hear anything from me, bro.
Yes,
nothing.
you would. If they went 14-2 and was a first round exit in the postseason, yes, I would.
You wouldn't hear nothing from me, bro. I swear to God. 14-2,
they've been going to the postseason.
Spade, 14-2, no way.
Game.
If they go 14-2, they're losing their first game, bro.
Go to the playoffs, miss the playoffs. Go to the playoffs, miss the playoffs. Go to the playoffs, miss the playoffs, and then don't even win in the playoffs.
That's Marty wasn't winning in the playoffs. That's what I'm telling you.
Does it matter? Does it matter if you go to the playoffs?
Yes, because you can do way worse. See the Oakland Raiders.
Spade, if you
Raiders.
If Marvin Lewis go 14-2 next year, because he ain't getting fired. If Marvin Lewis go 14-2 next year, I guarantee you won't hear a peep from me saying fire Marvin Lewis.
If he loses in his first playoff game, I bet you say it.
No, it wasn't.
Because you said it the year that they had the team beat. You said it. You said, see, they got to fire Marvin. You said that on this show.
Not after a 14-2 season, Spade.
It don't matter about that regular season. That's what you say. One of your big issues with him is that they don't win in the postseason. They don't win no playoff games. Marvin still got no playoff wins, right?
I know. It's
so
time.
If he go 14-2 next year, and they get that first round bye,
and if you go 14-2, you get a first round bye, and you lose in the divisional. I think that's the divisional.
It don't matter. He still won't have. It still won't be a playoff win. He still will be winless in the postseason. Just because he skipped the wild card round don't mean that's a win.
No way.
We'll see. I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna fire him, but I'll play along.
We won't see because he won't go 14-2.
Yeah, okay. We'll see. I know you want to fire him, but we'll move forward. Let's get over to the NBA side of things.
Get Marvin out of there, Cincy. Do yourself a favor. I think Marvin Lewis is I think Marvin Lewis is the cheapest. He's the lowest paid coach in the league. That's why the dude won't fire him. Paying him shit money. He paying him shit money compared to other coaches. And Marvin ain't complaining. Marvin just sitting back, collecting his 2-3 M's, and he don't want to pay one of these new coaches. Marvin Lewis, I swear to God, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna see if Marvin Lewis is the lowest paid head coach in the league because I'm willing to bet he is.
Bro, because I just want to talk some NBA.
Okay.
If you do trying to fire Marvin, let's move forward. Let's go to the NBA side of things, man, where this week right here was full of stories. It was full of interesting facts, and it was full of head scratches. For the first one, let's go over to the Bay. I'm not talking Tampa. Sit down. Not talking about y'all. Nobody's ever talking about y'all when we say the Bay. Let's go over to San Francisco in that area. Let's talk Golden State.
No, it's Oakland. We talking Oakland.
I think they closer to San Fran though.
They in Oakland. They're in Oakland.
All right.
Yes.
But let's go to San Fran anyway because it's a little nicer.
They're in Oakland. They're in Oakland.
Let's talk Golden State. I really did not know they was in Oakland, so I just learned something. Peep game, man. Listen, all of us who aren't fans of the Golden State Warriors, all we've been hoping to see is a little chink in the armor, and we finally got a chance to see one this week. Let me paint the picture for you. End of the game, fourth quarter. I don't even remember who the hell they was playing. Who were they playing, LaParis?
Oh my God.
Who playing?
Golden State. All right, forget it. That's
they
not
playing the
important.
Spurs tomorrow. I don't know who they play tonight.
This guy. Anyway, so end of the game, just completely, Hey, who was y'all playing?
I know they play the Spurs tomorrow. I don't know what they play.
You talking about when the fight happened?
Yep.
I think it was either against. It might have been the Bucks, or it could have been.
No, it was the Clippers. Clippers.
No,
Clippers.
It was Grizzlies.
It was
Clippers,
definitely the Clippers because Lou Will came down and pulled a shot that would have put the Clippers up. Lou Will missed the shot. Draymond got the board and turned to Carlton Banks from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. KD was clapping like he had caught the Holy Ghost. Clapping hard as hell. You can hear that. You can hear that on TV. Dray put it on the floor. Went coast to coast. Had the blinders on. Didn't see a teammate. Tripped over his own feet. Fell into a defender. Fell to the ground. Didn't even get a shot up. All right, that happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens. It's what happened after that play that had everybody looking. It was a little back and forth, which is, even that happens, you know. KD, since he's gotten to Golden State, he pop a little more. You know, Dre's a passionate person, play with a lot of emotion. He popped. It was a little bit of a back and forth, but this back and forth lasted longer than I think anybody, I can't speak for anybody else, longer than I expected it to go on. Because I was like, damn, they didn't lose the game. They going into overtime, but they still was kind of bickering back and forth. Boogie Cousins, who's in street clothes, in case y'all didn't know, that man still hurt. He come over and he's trying to like pull Dray, not like they was about to fight, but just trying to get Dray to let it go. You can read Dray's lips. Dray saying he a bitch. He a bitch. Right. Just keep calling this man a bitch. They over there trying to talk to KD and everybody looking like, oh shit, this ain't the regular, hey, you should have hit me. This is something else. And this thing continued on. Allegedly, the reports say that after the game, it continued to spill over into the locker room and something was said. It was no physical altercation. Something was said that was so egregious that the coaching staff or the powers that be for Golden State felt like Draymond Green needed to be suspended for it. LaParis, is it time to pop champagne? Is this ding dong, the witch is dead, the wicked witch is dead? Is it over for Golden State, LaParis?
Before I touch that, now the reports are spade that in the locker room, Draymond dared him.
I like
dared KD. He said he dared KD to leave and said, "We don't need you. We won without you." That is the report. He dared him. Basically said, if you dare, like, yo, leave. I dare you. You will never win again. That's basically that dare. Like, go ahead. I dare you to leave here. I dare you. That's basically what he told KD. I dare you to leave here. You'll never win again if you leave here. But Spade. Yes, the Wicked Witch is dead. Yes. No. Relax, y'all. Relax. Relax. D, relax. This is the same thing like the Patriots. Spade, we talked about the Patriots and everybody was flipping out. Yes, Tom Brady is over the hill and the Patriots and this and that. And what we say on this show, Spade, relax.
Yeah, I'm not going against
They not fooling us. And I'm going to say the same thing about the Warriors. Would I love for it to be a Rizzy? Yes. I hope KD and Draymond leave. Yes. I hope Draymond, KD, and Clay get the hell out of there. Yes. I hope they all leave. Yes.
3. Wow.
But
why not?
Why not Steph? I think Steph kind of,
I said why not? I want him to leave too.
Oh yeah, me too. Get him out. But Spade, it's not over. They not fooling me. I still have them the favorites to win it all. I know they just got smacked by the Rockets. We'll talk about why the Rockets playing so good, why they playing so well in the next segment. But Spade, they not fooling me. Yeah, it was an argument. And you know what? KD and Draymond will probably never bounce back. We know how KD get down. They'll probably never bounce back from this. But for this season right here, they're going to be fine. I still have them in the finals. I still have them winning it all. So everybody relax. Would I love for this to derail everything they trying to do over there? Yes! But I don't think it will, Spade.
D, time to find you another team, bro. Do you feel like it's over for y'all? Nah, I got a better question. Now, I know what he's going to say, I got a better question. Honestly, can Dray and KD get past this, do you think?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
This is not the first time it happened. So why you guys don't think it can get over? They can get over.
This happened before? I don't mean just a disagreement. I'm talking about this.
When?
It happened before.
With him
You might
calling him
have
the
had
B
an
word?
inside scoop, my brother. You tell.
Then on top of that, right? We can just go back to what we do know. This has happened with Russell, and he still played another year after that.
With him calling him
here's
a
the thing.
bitch?
We going from
Here's
that.
the thing.
It didn't end well, D.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. If they win, he stays. Why does he stay? To keep on winning. If they lose, he leaves. Why does he lose? Why does he leave? Because they've lost the leg. It's ended for that year. There's no consecutive years of winning. So now it's something to do something else and make another check. That's all it is.
I need a
That's all it's
20-second
gonna come down
timeout. When the hell did this happen? When? Before?
There was a disagreement. So first, you can always go back to the beginning, right, where they lost when they were playing against KD and the Thunder. He talked shit to KD, and then on top of that, he talked shit to KD. They lost.
though.
He called KD.
I
It's a
think
little
that's
different.
way
I understand It's a
different.
little different.
I think that's
It's a
way
little different. I understand. It's a little bit way different. It's different.
It's a little bit
Then when
way.
KD first,
He says a little bit way different. I like that.
when KD got on the team and they were kind of like not really clicking and KD didn't know really what his role was, there was a couple of disagreements that they had. It happened.
But
It
not
happened.
called.
Now
Not
this
to
is a little bit
extent
more
with
severe.
Calling him a bitch numerous times.
This is more severe. It's more severe. I understand. One time, not numerous times. We don't know what happened in the
Oh,
bathroom.
numerous times. He said,
But it
bro, he
happened.
called him a bitch
It
like 4
happened.
times to Cousins. He told Cousins, he a bitch, he a
didn't call-
bitch, he a bitch, he a bitch.
He didn't say it to his face. Unless you don't say it to the face, it don't matter.
KD got
Shit.
KD. He got
KD.
He got a DVR. He's seen it.
You know what makes this all worse is KD's brother to me.
Yeah.
Did y'all see
speak
that
on it.
tweet? Did y'all see what he did?
I
Did y'all
did.
see what he put out, man?
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. I'm not going to say it quote for quote, man.
He went
But
right
this
to
man,
social
he an instigator, bro.
That's how I know
This
he out.
man is
That's
an
how I know
instigator.
KD out.
He an instigator, bro. And the funny thing is, really, when you look at his brother, it's like, bro, like, shut up. Like, man, you living the life right now. Y'all getting championships. Y'all getting an extra paycheck. You following him wherever he go. You want to go to a different team? The season ends after 82 games. You know, maybe a little bit more, but y'all ain't gonna get that extra check.
You sound
like
a
y'all
little
getting in
hostile
Oakland
over
right now.
there.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. I hate instigators, bro. And his brother's an instigator, man. I hate instigators. Playing out.
So,
That's just ridiculous.
Let
So
me throw
you
the
and I
curveball
would just-
because
Go
I
ahead, Spade.
actually
I'll let you
disagree
go.
with
Go,
D.
Spade.
I disagree with you. I think he wants to win his 3rd championship. Like, I read somewhere that for him to go to Golden State and win 3 in a row, in his mind, and to put him over Bron, who went to Miami and only won 2 in 4 years. So I think the only reason why he's not asking for a trade is, well, obviously he want to have
Trade.
power over where he lands, but I think he wants his 3rd ring, bro. I think he only putting up with this shit for this 3rd ring. I think when this man, look, man, I think if they win the championship this year, I don't even think he drinking champagne in the locker room with Golden State. I think he hate these guys.
Oh.
I think he hate these
Wow.
guys, bro. I think he doing the countdown. He marking his calendar every day. He going home and he telling his chick, I think he got a chick. He on the phone with his mama and he like, Mama, I'm just trying to get this 3rd ring.
On the phone?
Yeah, he called
They're in the
his
same
mama.
house. They in the same house.
Oh, his mama
probably.
live with him? I bet.
She had every game. Shit.
I bet. He's sitting on her bed. Maybe they on the sofa. Shit, I don't know where the hell they at. But he telling her, Mama, hey, when I get this ring this year, I'm out of here. I'm sick of Draymond. I'm sick of Steph. Taking all these crazy ass shots when y'all know I don't miss. You know I'm shooting over these chairs in the league. You know, they don't mess around and let Clay have that record. I could have broke that record. Mama, they gave me them shots. And she's saying, I know you could have baby. Because she look like she say baby a lot. I know you could have
brother
baby.
back there like, F
Hey,
these,
baby.
F these suckers.
Yeah, and the brother in the back
baby.
like, yeah. And I'm gonna swing on Draymond too. And KD saying, stop, little bro.
Hey,
Is it little bro or
Spade.
big bro?
Spade,
Like,
I gotta
stop.
ask.
You
like,
really can't.
No.
Is there any coming back from this, Spade?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes
Oh,
or no?
nah,
I will
bro.
say this. You know what? I'm gonna tell you why the answer's no. I think KD gonna get to a point where he gonna be like, I got my eye on the prize. The reason why I don't think it's gonna go away is because I know me. LeParis, I know you.
Yeah.
I feel like I know D well enough. If I'm playing against Golden State, if you don't think I'm in from the tip off, I'm like, they don't need you. Hell, Dray already done call you a bitch. Hey, Dray, come get this bitch.
Word.
Dray, come get your bitch. I'm never letting it die. I'm never letting it die, bro. I'm never letting it die. Every game, I'm coming up to him talking that shit, man.
I see other teams in news media doing that. Yeah,
I can see them. You got to, because, and I don't mean this in a negative way. I joke a lot, but I'm serious here. KD has proven to be somebody who care about the opinions of others. Look. A lot of people say they don't, but most people do. Like I would say 75% of the people that say, I don't care, they care. It's a very small percentage of people that really don't care what other folks think. KD obviously cares. This man cares. He goes back and forth with people on social media about their opinions. He's always, to me, he feel like he have to justify,
Let me cut you off real quick, but you can tell he care because he responds to comments about himself on a burner account. So
even after the burner account got called out, he'll do it sometime now from his account. It'll be him. He'll go back and forth. Bro, I saw a screenshot. It was like a 17-year-old kid that got an Instagram page.
Yeah.
And KD jumped in his DMs. And he was DMing the kid like, you don't know shit about me. Like, KD cares. So if you his opponent, if you're not using that to your advantage, then I don't understand the spirit of competition. Because I'm coming into the game like, KD, don't talk that shit to me, bro. KD talk trash now. I'll be like, KD, don't talk to me. Because you was mad quiet when Dray was calling you a bitch. I'm coming into the game like that, bro. I'm not going to let that. He got to go. He out of there.
But in that same breath, if they win, that's why I see him staying, though. It's just being like, look, we won 5 championships in a row.
I think he out.
We won 6 championships in a row.
He's out.
I got 4 MVPs in a row. Like, that kind of accolade.
Yeah, his brother won't be back there like, you don't need them. Look at this. 3 MVPs, you don't need them. They need you.
That's
true. Brother gonna be back there like, you don't need them. You that guy. People argue that they don't have KD. They don't win. They don't win these championships. People argue that.
You can't argue that.
That's
a stupid argument. That's a stupid argument. They did it without him.
Not only did they do it without him, but we also got a chance to see Golden State without KD and Golden State without Steph, and they looked on paper anyway to be the much better team without KD than they were without Steph. And people were saying it. Even the sports, whatever you want to call them, experts were saying, whoa, like, we thought KD was the heart and soul of this team, but to see how bad this team looked without Steph is their heart and soul. And it even was a comment, again, it was made as a joke. Us old school dudes, us OGs, I think uncle or somebody told me, man, you gotta pay closer attention to them jokes than when people actually telling you the truth. People would joke, and that's when they really get some shit off their chest. But I think the owner of Golden State, they said something like, yeah, and we got KD. KD will pay you whatever you want to be paid. And the owner was like, no, we won't. Like, we not finna pay you. You know what I'm saying? I think he had said something. I wish I had it verbatim. I think he said something about paying Steph.
You got it. He was like,
he said something about paying Steph. And then they had brought up KD and said, yeah, we'll pay KD whatever he want to be paid. And he was like, nah, not whatever he want to be paid. So, I mean, it's already been joked that, wait a minute, you ain't Steph to this franchise. You're valuable here. You're not Steph valuable here. So, I mean, that's in the back of his mind too, man. I don't think he stays, fellas. I could be wrong.
He's out.
If he do, it'll shock the shit out of me.
You better enjoy it now, D, because he's gone.
D want him to stay, because he like being on top of the world.
Now.
I can't wait till y'all
he's out of there.
Trash.
Wow.
I can't wait,
D.
Hey, man, you had your season, D. I had my season when we had LeBron, and then before that, when D-Wade was in his prime, I had my seasons, And everybody got to go through their off seasons. Look at LeParis. His team's trash. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be you one day. LeParis, y'all will be back one day and go through cycles, bro.
I lived through 6 of them things. I said last night, Spade, we was on the joint. We was on the joint last night on the game and in the party. And I said last night, I sure wish Jordan didn't retire for them 2 years, because we would have had 8 of them hoes. The Rockets wouldn't have never got that joint.
8
They
straight.
wouldn't have never got them joints. Listen.
8 straight.
Bro, listen.
Move on, fellas.
But before we go, man, I gotta ask the people, the listeners, Draymond and KD, is this at a point of no return? I think it's a wrap, and I think KD is just going, is just, bro, for him to come out and be like, I dare you to leave? What? Yeah, man. I think
there was also a quote, Lopez. They asked KD, this was immediately after, I think, like the next practice or whatever. They asked him, are you and Draymond okay? What did he say, D?
We ain't talking about that shit no more.
He said, no, we ain't okay. We ain't.
We ain't talking about it no more.
That's
what he said.
Bro, I still have the Spade. Do you still have them winning it this year?
Absolutely.
Me too. I know you got them winning it, but after this, now we have seen them. Hey, we have seen them win it without KD. They won a championship without KD, but we also seen them lose one without him too. Let's stop fronting.
Wow.
We did.
Wow. Okay.
We did.
We saw them not make it to the championship without him too. Then I guess we saw them not make it to the championship without Curry. Then we saw all these years them not make it to the championship.
See, you talking about all them other years. I'm being realistic. Like they did. We seen them win one and we seen them lose one without KD.
And what else happened that year when they lost one without KD? What else happened?
Draymond got
they
suspended.
82 games. They won 82 games. That's what also happened.
What you mean?
So it was already.
They was 70.
It was destined
73 and 9. They lost.
Oh, not 82. It was 72. My bad. Not 82, but
73 and 9 and lost.
They still made it. I understand that. I'm just saying they still won a lot of games, a plethora amount of games without KD.
But do it matter if you don't close the deal out, Spade? During that whole 73 and 9 season on this show, I love that we got this show. Spade, during that whole 73 and 9 season, what did I say on this show? They won't be better than the 72 and 10 Bulls if they don't close the deal.
Yep. And thanks to Kyrie, the son of Australia, the Aussie, Kyrie Irving with the biggest shot heard around the world.
Okay. I just want to know what the fan. I want to know, is Draymond and KD at the point of no return? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. We can move on.
Let's do it.
Okay, Spade, boy, another guy that's been the talk of this show for a few years now, and then I'm talking about Carmelo Anthony, man. We stood up for Carmelo Anthony when ESPN had Carmelo like 69 on their top 100 players. We was like, the disrespect. And then we seen Carmelo play, and we was like, they might have been right. So we know it didn't work out down there in OKC. Melo ends up in Houston, and it's not working out there either. The Houston Rockets are like a shell of themselves compared to last year. Now, we know they lost a ton of pieces. They lost a lot of defensive players, Ariza and Bahamute. They lost a lot of guys. They added Melo, and it just seemed to not click down there in Houston. And the Houston Rockets are wiping their hands with Melo, and he hasn't been released yet, but the Houston Rockets are done with Melo. He's on the team, but they basically telling him to stay away from the team until they figure out what the hell they want to do with him. Spade, this Melo situation. You're Houston Rockets. Your guy James Harden. Whoa, what's the deal?
First of all, bro, I'm not a Rockets fan. James Harden, my cousin.
Oh yeah, now you don't want to claim the Rockets though. I get it.
Look. We related somehow.
Mama said.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? His mama and them, my mama and them. Anyway, look, man. I gotta admit, I was completely wrong on this. I did have my reservations about it because I said, hold up, Melo and D'Antoni couldn't coexist once before. But I did think the glue that was gonna make this thing work was a guy named Chris Paul off of the banana boat. He was going to make it work. We said CP3 is this excellent point guard. And he leads. He's the coach on the floor. He's going to tell everybody where to be. Nah, ain't work. Can't tell Melo something that Melo don't want to hear, bro. It don't matter if we friends. It don't matter if we rode on that banana boat. None of that shit matters, bro. I'm Carmelo Anthony. I got more Olympic gold medals than anybody. And that's my claim to fame. And you can't tell me shit. And I was wrong. Yep. And D'Antoni was wrong. I imagine D'Antoni woke up one day and said, why the hell did I try this shit again? Why did I try this shit? He probably mad at Chris Paul now. Chris, you talked me into trying this shit. I knew this wasn't going to work. I do applaud Houston, however, for coming to that realization and saying we're not gonna string this out. We're not finna have. We don't know what type of behind the
13
scenes.
games and Spade.
Bro, if it
do we have
ain't
enough
working,
data?
it ain't working. More people need to take that approach with their relationships and marriages and shit, man. It be folks like me and my wife, we don't sleep in the same bedroom. Bro, what y'all holding on for? Like, it ain't working. It ain't working, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and after 10 days, go ahead and make that statement.
That's the analogies right there, bro. You know you come with the analogies, but that's one of your best
that's what
ones.
I'm on. That's how I got the job. You know what I'm saying? I'm the analogy king. But yes, man, I was wrong. I'm not even gonna lie. I still, to this day, I don't think Melo's completely washed. Is he Denver Nugget Melo? Of course not. Is he early New York Knick Melo? Of course not. But I still think in the right system, Melo can still give you 17, 18 a night. I truly believe that. What that system is, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. I honestly
Can I jump
think...
in? Go ahead.
No, because you finna slander Melo, and I'm not in the mood. Don't slander this dude, bro. I'm not in the mood.
Spade, my only question was, if Melo is released, it's been rumors out there about him going to the Heat. I got two-part question. How do you, if Melo was to land on the Heat, how do you feel about that? And my second part question, which it's been circulating around sports media all week, that Melo is a cancer to whatever team he go to. Spade, if we rewind, let's go back just to now. Melo was a animal when he was with the Nuggets, but before he got to the Knicks, Spade, you remember Stoudemire? He had the Knicks.
Oh, I tell that story all the time. Yes, sir.
So I gotta ask you, one of the landing spots that I've been reading about Melo could possibly be Miami Heat. And do you honestly feel Melo is a cancer to a team? Like wherever he go, he just messes up the chemistry there. Like, is that fair?
Mm-hmm. So here's the thing, and let me go back to Paris because people might not know what you and I know about when the Knicks acquired Carmelo. It was about 6 games, if I'm not mistaken, before it was about 6 games after the Knicks had acquired Amari Stoudemire before they brought over Carmelo. Mm-hmm. In those 6 games, Amari Stoudemire was averaging like 30 a game. He was looking great. The Knicks was winning, and the Knicks said, "Oh shit, if we can get Melo too, we'll be even better." And it's fair to assume that they got Melo, and it completely killed Amari Stoudemire. It killed his career. Like, that made Amari Stoudemire, like, he was a role player or a second unit guy for the rest of his career, basically.
He got hurt at the same time too, though. But
he had injuries anyway. Like, that's what everybody thought he was washed. Like, when the Knicks took him. So that 30-point a game stretch that he had, that shit had everybody like, oh, he not washed. I don't think he's a cancer in terms of, like, he's this negative person. And I think
no, but they wasn't saying that. They were saying he's a great teammate as far as chemistry. They were saying. Like, here's what I think. Up the chemistry.
I think Melo has to, in order to get the best Melo has to be the number 1 scoring option on his team. I think if he's the number 1 scoring option on his team, I think he can eat. I don't think Melo can be a 2, 3, 4. He can't be any other scoring option. Because in Melo's mind, he's been the number 1 scoring option on his team since he was like 6. And you see this. When you see people like Andre Iguodala, I hate to compliment Andre Iguodala in front of Statman D because this man is a Warrior fan to the bone.
Hey.
But people forget that Iggy was one of the best defensive players in the league, and he was an all-star. He was an all-star.
They still know that.
People don't. I'm telling you, young people don't know that Andre Iguodala was an all-star in this league, bruh. They don't. This dude, one of his biggest qualities to me in the way he helped Golden State is how he was willing to take a reduced role. Not just saying, well, I play here, but I secretly still want to be the man. Iggy said, what do you need me to do? And I'm going to be the best at that. That ain't something that's easy to do. I know I'm kind of going on a rant. I remember having a debate in the barbershop. We was talking about somebody that was on the bench that wanted to play. And the guys in the barbershop was like, he making all that money to sit on the bench? I would do that. And I was like, you would do that because we never been the man on a team. But when you've been the man since you were 6 years old, Pop Warner, you the man. Grade school, you the man. JV, you the man. Varsity, you the man. College, you the man. Pro, you the man. And now, hey, we want you to sit on the bench. That ain't easy to do, bruh. Because one of the reasons you get to being that great is because your whole life you telling you that you the best and you believe in that shit. You can't just cut that off. I've been telling myself that I'm the best for 20 years. And now you want me to tell myself that I'm coming off the bench. That's not easy to do. And I think Melo struggles with that. And that's why he's a detriment to whatever team picks him up.
And it takes a special type of player to be like I know they older now, especially Jamal Crawford. But Jamal Crawford was that guy. Yep. It takes a special type of individual to be like, yo, I'll come off the bench and I'm good with being a six man. Like a Lou Will or somebody. It takes a special type of person to be that type of individual to be like, you know what? I'll come off the bench. I'll be instant offense. Melo ain't about to do that. I remember when it was, I'm up here, Spade. I remember Linsanity. People up here were saying, you can look at Melo. Melo a little jealous of this. He's a little
not
jealous.
Digging that shit, bro.
He wasn't. He was jealous. And listen, man, I like Melo. Before Melo had re-up with the Knicks, Spade, that second time, I was like, Melo got to come to the Bulls. We got Rose. Like, Melo with the Bulls, I felt like it would have worked. He re-up with the Knicks, and ever since then, it ain't been the same, man. Spade, I'm going to tell you what, man. I cannot figure out a landing spot for Carmelo, whether he's really... I mean, will somebody get him? Absolutely. People say Melo had a trash year last year. I still think he averaged like 16, 17 points a game. So, yeah, somebody will pick Melo up. Somebody's going to pick Melo up. But I'm looking around the league, and if Melo... I'm thinking about the type of role I think Melo won on the team, and I'm looking around the league, and I don't see it, bro. I don't see it.
Let's each of us just throw a team out.
First of all, I gotta ask y'all: do we see Melo going to a contender? Do we want to play for a ring?
Melo ain't gave a shit about a ring his whole career.
That's true.
That's the only team he'll go to, though. But that's the only team he'll go to.
Why now, though? Because look, LeParis has a real good point. When the Rockets put that campaign to get Melo, the Bulls ran a campaign, and the Lakers. Melo toured all three of those places. They was putting his face on billboards. They was doing everything, and Melo went back to New York for the bag. So I don't want to hear Melo say shit about a ring. Melo don't care about no ring. I don't want to hear.
But the Lakers what?
I don't think the Lakers is a fit. That's stunting them young boys' growth, and they need all the minutes they can get. I'm not saying you were throwing the Lakers out.
His first.
You're talking about
that free agency
too. Yeah, before, like when they had Kobe, he probably wanted to be the man, so he knew he wasn't gonna get a shot.
You remember that, LeParis, when Houston?
Yeah. But I'm saying, I heard people saying, "Oh, he should go to the Lakers and play with Brian." I don't think that's a fit because he's going to stunt those young boys' growth.
I don't even think Brian don't want that, bro. I don't think Brian want that,
bro. Yeah. I mean, just to name a few, Lakers. I don't think that's a good move. Let's throw out Brooklyn. No.
No. Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
I mean, and I know Brooklyn just had a devastating injury with LeVert. LeVert been hooping. But
it's not that devastating.
It wasn't devastating.
It's not devastating.
He's
come back in 6 months.
He doesn't even require surgery. You right?
Which was
not
a couple months.
Thought. I mean, y'all give me some teams. Indiana? I don't know, man.
Boston.
Melo ain't going to no Indiana.
Boston,
Melo ain't going to Boston.
Boston and Philly. Philly.
No way. I don't like either one of those teams. You know the team I'm looking at that I don't hate seeing him sprinkled in with? Memphis.
Melo ain't going to no Memphis.
You got no Memphis.
No, y'all still trying to put him with a contender. I'm trying to put him where I think he cannot be.
Melo going to be Miami? All right, let's throw out your team. Miami?
So let's remember, he doesn't have to. There's no contract restriction, right? So he's going to get a minimum salary.
Yeah, because he just got the bag from the house.
Right. So if you get the minimum salary, there's no point in going to a team that's not a top 4 team of its.
So you saying the Warriors conference?
It is.
So you saying the Warriors?
Because if he go to one of those teams, he's on the bench. Melo wants to play. So if Melo wants to play, I'm putting him where he can play. He ain't finna win shit. He ain't finna win shit unless he go to Golden State. And Golden State already said that they got a roster spot and they don't want him.
Yeah, so he don't fit them. He don't fit that.
It don't matter. It don't matter where he go. If it ain't Golden State, he not getting the ring. So we can stop trying to get him a ring.
I'm still waiting for an answer for your Heat, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily like him for us. Look, let me be the first to say this, though. If we get Melo, I don't hate it. Because you know how I feel about Justice Winslow. Justice Winslow is a much better defender, and he's way more scrappy than Melo. But from an offensive standpoint, give me Melo over Winslow 8 days a week. But I mean,
wow,
8 days a week, bro. I'm notoriously not a fan of Justice Winslow when he got the ball, bro. When they pass to Justice, I'll be like, oh, God.
He our backup ball handler, though, ain't he?
I don't think so. I mean,
when Dragic is hurt, Winslow bring the ball up.
I mean, he might bring it up some, but they'll usually run the O either through Tyler Johnson or Josh Richardson. Though.
They use
I was going to say, Josh Richardson or Tyler Johnson to run the O when the Dragon.
Yep.
But I like all those guys better than Winslow. The only thing I like about Winslow is he's a scrappy defender. That's it.
Bro,
if we could pinch hit when we had the ball, if he could run off the court and somebody else run on, that'd be the perfect scenario. Like, I don't even want him on. He ain't even got to come across half court.
I'm looking at this list of teams, man.
You don't like Memphis?
Okay, let me throw this out. What about Charlotte? Go down there with Jordan. Ain't he Jordan Brand?
Yep. I thought about that.
And that's where he's
I'm looking around the league, y'all, and I'm being honest. Say it again, D.
He would be an immediate 2 option if he goes down there.
Yeah,
you get the second option.
I'm thinking Charlotte. I'm thinking he's instant. I'm thinking Charlotte is maybe the team that. I mean, I know Portland was making the push for Melo too. They've been struggling with Evan Turner and Harkless been hurt. Aminu, I think Aminu now is coming off the bench. Somebody in the comments going to correct me if I'm wrong because they've been starting Zach Collins. Portland? What about Portland? I'm trying to find Melo a landing spot, y'all.
I think Memphis
Melo
better
can
than
still
Charlotte. I'm
give
looking
you
at Charlotte
16,
starting
17.
5. I like Memphis better
Than Portland?
than Charlotte.
Oh, than Charlotte. Oh, okay.
Let me peek at Portland.
Let me ask you this. Can Pop fix him?
No, because he's not willing to be fixed. It's not like people trying to fix him and it ain't working. He don't want to be fixed.
I'm trying to find them a spot, Spade. They got LaMarcus, they got DeMar, they got Rudy Gay, but I mean, I think Rudy Gay will be okay coming off the bench. He came off the bench last year.
Yeah, Rudy will buy into it. Yeah.
I'm just trying to find him a spot because I'm looking around.
So
Pelicans?
while you looking, I mean, let me just point out, what Spade was pointing to earlier, right? Talking about Iggy and all that stuff, right? When you're a star athlete, the only way you can be a star athlete is you gotta have some kind of narcissistic trait.
Got
right?
to, man.
It's you have to be you the man, right? You the man. That's plain and simple. What Spade was saying, that's all it is. The thing about Iggy is he was able to evolve from that. You pointed it out. Carmelo's not able to really evolve from that. It don't really seem that he's able to like grow and say like I'm not the man anymore. And I'm not, I don't have that ability to be that man anymore, like consistently, right?
Right.
So that's the problem, right? That's the thing that he won't really work with Pop because when you play for Pop, you give that up.
Ain't nobody the man in Pop offense.
You give it up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
Anybody has the
you give that up
off any night.
Yep.
Exactly. So that's when you give up already right away.
They're winning. LaMarcus will have like 12 and 10. You'd be like, damn, LaMarcus. And then you go see Patty Mills got 30. You'd be like, damn, look at Patty. That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
And if you're playing, and if you Carmelo playing on that team, you mad every time that happens if it's not you. That's all it is. So, like what y'all were mentioning earlier already, right? He has to play on a team where he has to be a primary option when he's on the court. And when I say primary option, I just mean like most of the time the ball is going to go through him. Whether or not he scores, the ball is going through him. So I can see Charlotte. I don't think I can see Memphis.
Charlotte is a fit.
Only because Memphis is a Gasol's team in Conley.
I just think
they're a defensive team.
Let me just tell you why I don't think you go Memphis. I don't think you go Memphis because I think you stunt growth there. This kid, Jamin Jackson Jr., is looking like a beast. Like, I don't think you stunt that kid growth. Be like, okay, now you got to take the backseat. This is Melo. Melo gonna play power forward now. I don't think you do that. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't think you stunt.
I agree.
That's why I don't think the Lakers is a fit. You don't want to regardless whether you think the Lakers is going to get AD, KD, trade some of these young pieces, whatever, that's going to happen next year, year after. I don't think you still stunt these guys' growth this year by adding Melo and be like, okay, Kuzma or Ingram, have a seat. We got Melo. I don't think you do that, man. I don't think you do that. I don't think you do that. Like, I'm looking at, I'm going to tell you what. And it's going to be hard because we know Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, they're going to want to get theirs. But I'm looking at Portland, and Portland may be a fit. We know Portland wanted Melo. We know they wanted Melo. Portland may be a fit. Portland may be a fit.
That's big, bro. I honestly don't even see not one Western team that he can work with. Every Western team has that 1 and 2 option already, man.
And
they're all there.
We already know the Wizards has been a complete mess. We can't send them to Washington. We can't.
Can it get worse there? It can't get no worse than Washington, right?
It can't. But I mean, we know they paying Wall, Bill, and Otto. I know Melo ain't gonna get the bag, but Melo gonna start at the 4? Like, I don't know about that, man.
But you actually just said something there though. They so high in cap and things are so bad. So look, they're so high in cap and things are so bad that you want to do 2 things. If I can make a move that ain't gonna break our cap, I try to do it. You're gonna get Melo for pennies on the dollar. They probably really should still try to move one of these guys, but even if they don't, you get Melo for pennies on the dollar, and just maybe, it sparks something. Bruh, this team is 5-10 right now.
Yeah.
They are terrible, man. They are terrible. They probably want to consider trying something, man. Melo and Dwight Howard ain't going to work. I know it, but shit, they got to try something.
Bro, that's not going to work, bro.
That's not going to work. But they got to try something, bro.
And if he think he coming in and taking Keith's spot, shit.
Agreed.
I'm looking. Yo, my last team, and then we can move on, y'all. What about the Pelicans? They start E'Twaun Moore at small. Now, I know E'Twaun Moore just went ape shit the other night. He had like 30-something points the other night. But, I mean, they start E'Twaun Moore at small forward. It's a guard, but they start Peyton, Drew Holiday at the 2, E'Twaun Moore, Nico, and AD.
Yo, I don't think Carmelo can play the 3 anymore, bro. I don't think.
See, that's what I asked. I asked Spade that earlier. Like, do we still consider him a wing, or is he a power forward?
I don't think he can do 3 no more, man. I think he's damn near a 4 or 5 now.
Sheesh.
Especially in the way we want to do speed. You do small ball nowadays. You can bump
he's
Nico
a 5 down, but he can't defend. But I mean, do the Pelicans really defend anyway? Aside from Drew and
Not
AD?
really.
They be up there. Like they just scored like 150 something points the other night. Shit was wild.
Every team's scoring that anyway.
That's true. I mean, I'm just trying to find. I think Melo is still a solid player. I think he can still, like I said, people say Melo had a terrible year last year. He still averaged like 16 point something points, so that's 17 a game. Still got 17 a game. He can help somebody. Yep. I'm just looking around and I don't know where. So
good luck.
Even in the comment section down below, guys.
Let me read this Chris Paul quote, and then we can move forward. Chris Paul says, and this, somebody asked him about his opinion on the Melo situation, knowing that they got a relationship. He said, it hurts because I love Melo and I care about him as a person before all this basketball hoopla. I know he's a great person, but the situation has to be right. In life, you're tested, and this is one of those fights where he has to overcome that he has to hit the canvas, get back up, and ultimately end up winning it. He's going to find his way to adapt to the game and the best spot. I believe in him, and I know he's strong enough. The thing that's crazy, man, Melo for a little while was being brought off the bench in Houston, and he wasn't liking it. So I've seen some comments like, oh, well, when Harden was out, Melo didn't play bad. Melo had one, pretty good game when Harden was out. And all that is factual. The reality is Harden is not going to be out more than he's going to be in. And with Harden in, they need Melo to come off the bench. And as a fan, when you see Melo contribute and produce in that second unit, you're thinking all is well. But if Melo is not happy in that second unit, if Melo is talking to the team about how he don't want to come off the bench, the situation wasn't right and they had to move a separate way. So I thought about that when we were saying, damn, it's only been 10 days, 10 games, I mean. Yeah, but this guy was also, like, letting it be known to the entire team. Like, I don't like coming off the bench. I'm not a bench player. And, yeah, man, I don't know what the next move for Melo is. I hope he find it. I'm going to tell you why. I've never been a big Melo fan. I'm a fan of his talent, but I've never been a big Melo fan. The reason why this situation kind of making me root for him, because I was a huge Allen Iverson fan, and this thing smells an awful lot like the end of Allen Iverson's career. Allen Iverson had teams that wanted him to come off the bench and play that leadership role, and AI wanted no parts of it. And they took, like, one of the guys that I looked up to, and they reduced him. I will never forget that day that he was on TV, like, snotting and crying. Like, you know, I'm just glad somebody gave me a chance. Like, that shit bothered me. I was like, damn, they got AI out here crying to play. AI, like, this is crazy. And I just don't want Melo, like, I don't want him to hang around until it get that bad.
There was more to that, though. There was more, you know, financial reasons for that caused that to happen, you know. But I think, how about this, though, right? They played together. So you think Carmelo's thinking about AI right now? You think he's thinking that? Like, I mean, shit.
Steven Jackson came out and said that they blackballed Allen Iverson, they blackballed himself, and now they blackballing Melo. That's what he said.
Who said that?
Steven Jackson.
Oh, well, AI was definitely blackballed. I don't feel like Melo's being blackballed right now, though. I honestly don't. Now, if this continues, it could turn to that. I don't think Melo's being blackballed. AI got blackballed. Steven Jackson got blackballed. Melo is just looking for a situation that's going to allow him to be the Carmelo of old, and that situation, honestly, might not be there. Like, it might not be there.
I know we don't talk about other sports outlets on here, but I seen on Bleacher Report, they said, what's next for Melo? And at the top of the list was retirement. Do we think Melo should retire?
I would rather him retire than go out snotting and crying about a chance like they did my boy AI. I hated to see AI in that position.
I think he can still play, man. But like I said, it's going to be tough to find that fit. I'm looking around the league.
Last question.
Go ahead.
I got a question for you guys. Last question before you got off, though. Hall of Fame.
Oh, I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean, especially Naismith. I mean, shit.
Yeah, I think he's a Hall of Famer. Everybody in the Hall of Fame.
Shit. Yeah, first ballot the way the Naismith did. Shit, I might get in there before it's all said and done.
I think he's a Hall of Famer. No doubt.
Okay.
We can move on though, y'all.
Let's do it, bro. That situation right there was a little crazy. The Bears. This one right here is gonna be even crazier, man. You know how tough I am on the Philadelphia 76ers and their draft picks, especially when they draft people #1 overall who didn't get their college team to the tourney. So I had some criticism for Markelle Fultz before he came to the league, and the Markelle Fultz fans let me know that this guy led the NCAA men's basketball in scoring. He was a scoring machine, and they knew without a shadow of a doubt that he was going to make the transition to the NBA like it was a walk in the park. Matter of fact, the question was, they didn't know if he was going to be a point guard. They thought they was going to move him to 2 because he was just a bucket getter. And I don't know, maybe it was an injury. He did get hurt in summer league in his rookie year. But it's something strange going on with Markelle Fultz. For those that don't know, Markelle Fultz was recently, and what I hate for this guy is he's a little too young. He's a lot too young. He should have been born like in the 70s.
A lot too young?
He should have been born in the 70s. Because then he could have played in a time where if you did something crazy, it would have got talked about on SportsCenter the next day and it would have went away. But in this social media age, I feel sorry for, I don't know how old he is. I think he might be 20, 21 years old. He's a young guy.
He's 20.
And man, bro, like he gets destroyed on social media. He's got a new free throw. He's got like a hitch. It puts you in the mind of Charles Barkley's golf swing. We've seen some weird shooting from this guy. It was at one point where I think the GM of the 76ers said that they didn't want him to take a shot outside of the paint. Like, we don't know what's going on. We was told it was his shoulder. Then we was told that he was healthy and he was back. They made sure that he got a triple-double at the end of his rookie season. And then we see this free throw thing just pop up out of nowhere. He wasn't shooting free throws like this. He started shooting free throws with that hitch. He tried to lie and say that the ball slipped out of his hands as though it ain't 318 HD cameras in the damn arena. We could see that the ball did not slip out of his hand.
Word.
And then he
Shooting at
comes
60
back.
frames. Go ahead, Spade. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Shooting
bro.
at 60 frames per second, bro.
Then he come back, and I guess he wanted to alleviate the hitch. And the most recent game where he shot a free throw, on his way up, he threw the ball from hand to hand until it got up to shoot. What the hell is going on with Markelle Fultz, bruh? What is this? What is this, LaParis?
Spade, this has been the weirdest thing. This has been the weirdest thing I ever seen by a professional athlete. I asked myself, is he serious? Like, is he serious? Like, is something mentally going on with this kid, or is he trolling us because of social media? Like, I gotta ask legit. This is a legit question. Is he trolling us, or is something mentally? Because I seen people talking about, oh, he's mentally not there, and they comparing him to Nick Anderson. It's not the same to me. Nick Anderson was hooping. Before Nick Anderson had, the issue with him missing that free throw and all. Like, he was hooping before that. Spade, this has been the weirdest situation of, especially being the number 1 overall pick. Now, we done seen players bust before. We done seen guys like Kwame Brown. We done seen guys that are busts. That be like, oh my God, Jamarcus Russell. We seen pro players and pro athletes become a top pick, and they just couldn't get it done. And you know what? That's cool. But this situation with Markelle Fultz is literally the craziest thing I ever seen in my life. I cannot think of another situation that a player, if it's mental, just mentally just breaking down in front of your eyes. I've never seen anything like this. Like, this kid, Spade, God forgive me, and I hope this kid turn it around. This kid cannot play. And I know somebody in the comment section is going to be like, oh, he locks in defensively. Let me tell you, he played 14 minutes, the 16th versus the Jazz. He played 21 minutes against the Magic on the 14th. He played 25 minutes against the Heat. And I'm looking at his numbers, 2 of 5, 4 of 6, 2 of 8. He's not even pulling 3-pointers no more because they told him don't shoot threes no more. But he's 30. Yep. He's 30.8% from 3. This is, I never ever seen anything like this in my life, and I've been watching.
You know what you left off?
Since, what?
He's shooting 57% from the free throw line, bro.
Come on, man! I never seen anything like this in my life before, bro.
As a guard.
I never seen anything like this before in my life, man.
He shoot worse than Ben Simmons from the stripe,
bro.
We know Ben Simmons
feel bad for him, bro. Like, I honestly feel bad for him because I am shocked. I never seen anything like this. If a kid, if he was just bad, that's fine. But people tell me all the time, this kid is amazing. I remember when he was drafted. I don't watch. Spade, I say on this show a lot. I don't watch college basketball like that no more. I ain't been watching college basketball since the Blue Devils. Since Carolina had Okalaja and Ed Cota and those guys. That's how long I ain't been watching. I lock in at the tourney. I'll be like, okay,
you need to watch
let
Duke.
me play the tourney.
You need to watch Duke then.
Facts.
But,
you need to watch Duke then.
I'm tuned in. I've been watching them now because they got this. They comparing these guys to the Fab Five. But I'm just saying, I didn't watch college basketball to know enough about Markelle Fultz.
I'm with you.
And people told me this guy led the nation in scoring. This guy's the truth. He can shoot threes. Spade, I'm sorry. This kid cannot play. You can tell me about defense and all. I don't care. When I look at this kid on the court, something is wrong. Something is wrong.
Yeah, man. It's concerning to me because
it is.
And I'm a take a left turn down a dark avenue. We crack a lot of jokes on this show, but we in a day and age in society where everybody's saying we need to bring more awareness to mental health. And I'm worried about the kid. I'm not saying that mentally something is wrong with him, but he's been getting a lot of negative press since he's come pro. Let's not forget. Let's rewind all the way back to draft night. This is when the media, social media world started being on this kid's back. For the draft, he had some type of partnership with some nice-ass watch company. and he was supposed to make an IG post about his watch, and they gave him the template to fill out, and he posted it with the template. It was like, your name here. I've been drafted by your team here. Like, he didn't even fill out. He didn't even fill that out, and he started getting a lot of heat then, and then he got injured, and then we saw the shot look weird, and the heat continued, and it got to the point where the kid can't show up to practice and get shots up because the media's there with cameras because they want to see his shot. His free throw literally changes every game. Every game he got a different free throw. Yeah. This shit ain't all right. And look, the 76ers, they either one or two things. Here's my hot take of the show. I try to give you at least one. Mm-hmm. They either know that it's something going on that can be fixed, or they feel guilty about what has happened. Because other teams has had interest in this guy and they won't move him. They will not entertain a call for Markelle Fultz. This kid averaging 8 points a game. It's the number 1 overall draft pick that still hasn't shown you, in my opinion, you can say what you want to say. He's had some good games here and there. I know somebody going to talk about that manufactured ass triple-double he had last season. But to me, I still ain't seen a number 1 overall draft pick game from this kid. I ain't seen one game that you can say, that's a number 1 overall draft pick game. I still ain't seen one. I haven't.
They're going to kill us. I know they're going to kill us in the comment section.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm saying I don't. I got Markelle Fultz draft shit right here. It's an NBA comparison. Markelle Fultz. Do you know who they said the best case scenario is for Markelle Fultz?
You're probably somebody like James Harden who can score.
James Harden and Russell Westbrook hybrid. What?
Don't see it. Don't see it.
Do you want to know who it's say for realistic comparison? D'Angelo Russell. Now, I don't have my issues with D'Angelo Russell, but at least we seen D'Angelo Russell put together a stretch. You be like, this kid got talent. This kid got talent.
That kid can play.
Bro, do you want to say, it say worst case scenario, it say Rajon Rondo. He's not even that. Right now, he's not that. He's not that. I feel bad.
Worried about the kid, man.
I honestly feel bad for the kid, bro. Like, I honestly feel bad for him. God forgive me. I have never seen anything like this before in all of sports. Like I said, if the kid was just out there and he was just geeking and he was a bust, you'd be like, all right, the kid just, all right, he's a bust. We seen busts. We seen dudes get drafted and be like, you know, he supposed to be, oh, man, they was calling Harold Miner baby Jordan. They was calling Harold Miner baby Jordan. So we done seen guys that are just not it, and that's fine. And those guys that's not it, Kwame Brown had a solid career. He was in the league for dumb long.
Yep.
So we done seen guys. Go ahead.
Nah, my bad. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we seen guys that, you know, just that can't live up to said potential and still be decent in the league. I don't see it with Markelle Fultz. I'm sorry, y'all. And believe me, I don't want to be saying this, but when I look at this kid, something is terribly wrong, man. Something is terribly wrong. I don't know what it is. Something is wrong.
D, what you think, bro?
Hey, bro. When I watch him play, I don't understand what I'm seeing. I'm just really confused. I'm confused as like how the coaching is. If you own the team, like, don't you go to your coach and be like, why do you not have a... Yeah, what's up with a shooting coach?
Yeah, like, man.
Fire the shooting coach. Why is he changing his form every game? So when you play basketball, right, and you're at the free throw line, you have a form that you work on. That routine,
it's got to be
routine. Really for just. It's a routine. Man. Yeah, it's for you. It's not. It has nothing to do with anything else. So it's like, what are they doing?
And especially as playing basketball, as long as he played, it's supposed to be muscle memory. People say, how the hell can Kobe? They say, how the hell can Kobe and Michael Jordan just get to the elbow, not even see the basket, and just fade away? It's muscle memory. They done shot tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of shots. They know how to shoot at that particular place on the court. It's so muscle memory.
What I'm confused at, like, regardless of the routine, the muscle memory, I'm confused as why they got this man shuffling the ball on the way to a free throw. When I'm shooting a free throw, I feel for the ball. Like, I feel where the seams are at. And then I shoot the free throw based off of where my hand is placement on the ball. And you look at what he's doing. How do you even grip that? Like, what's going on when he puts it up? And it's like, yo, like, yeah, I don't know what the shooting. I feel like the shooting coach should be fired. We talking about firing. We talk about firing. The shooting coach should be gone.
But I mean, didn't he come in the same draft with Tatum? You look right up the hill, and Tatum up there on wheels, and he was in that same draft. Or am I wrong?
Yeah, he was traded for him. They gave up Tatum to go for Fultz.
This is what I'm saying. You look at that crap, man, and he looking up there and he see Tatum, and I want to say Fox was in that draft too. You look at
Lonzo,
Fox and
Josh Jackson, De'Aaron Fox, Jonathan Isaac, Laurie Markkinen, Dennis Smith Jr., Malik Monk. All these guys better. Donovan Mitchell.
Come on, you think he don't see that?
Yeah, man. And I'm really, a lot of times we kid on this show. Listen, man. Anybody who know more about the kid, because we admittedly didn't follow this kid when he was at Washington, if you just got a theory, because I don't expect y'all to know. Hell, Philadelphia don't even know. The 76ers don't know what's going on. If you got a theory, entertain me, bruh. I'd love to hear it. Drop it in the comment section. Tweet me. Email me. Write a letter. Send it to my P.O. box. Drive to Florida and have a conversation with me. I'm concerned about this kid, bro, because as a grown man, I've seen a couple of negative comments about me on social media that's made me want to react. And this guy has literally had him every single day since the draft. When he put your name here, when he did that, it's been downhill since then. And I just don't see how that cannot have an effect on him. He's clearly in his own head at this point. And I want the 76ers. I don't know. I'm really worried about the guy. That's not a joke. I'm not joking at all.
I'm not joking.
It's gonna come out. It's going to come out sooner or later where we're going to find out that he has nobody in his corner that's really talking to him. Like, everybody's probably taking in his pockets, but he's not high. Everything we're complaining about is stuff that is, someone else is that wall, right? Someone else, you hire people to do these things for you. Mm-hmm. You don't tweet out something yourself. You pay somebody to tweet out the endorsement that's coming your way. It's like, you don't just try to... You don't just practice shooting a free throw on your own. You pay someone to be a coach for you, to tell you to shoot the free throw. It's like, this is stuff that the money is in. He has the money. Where is all this going? Where is it all going? That's all my question.
Very good point, D. That's a good point. I hope he don't have them leeches.
I'm rooting for him. Believe me, because I have never seen anything. And like I said, when I say I'm rooting for him, I'm not even talking about, bro, he ain't never got a... I want him to be mentally okay. Seriously. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Hey, y'all know I don't even like the 76ers. But I don't
He ain't never got to dribble another ball again in his life. I just want him to be mentally okay. Seriously. Y'all ready to move on? One quick question. Yeah. One real quick. Do we see Fultz getting it together anytime soon?
If I see it getting together when Philadelphia hires that coach to work with him, because he's obviously not going to do it on his own.
This is what I think. I think at the end of his rookie contract, I think this is a big reach, but I think he wants out of Philadelphia. I think as a young kid, you somewhat blame Philadelphia for some of the scrutiny you've had to take. I think as a young kid, you don't feel like they protected you or shielded you from enough. And I think he wants out. And I think everybody still is in on him. I think he wants out. Not now, I'm saying, like, when it's contract time, I don't see him staying with Philly.
By that time, if he stays this way at that time,
that's what, 4 years or 5? What's the rookie deal?
Well, they can pick up, like, it's always that extra year they can pick up. Yeah.
All right, so but it's 4 though, right? All right, so
yes,
he already in year 2. So 2 more years after this.
But
go ahead.
Man, that's crazy. I just think, like, 4 years of this kind of performance, like, do you really leave the team that's pretty much going to sign you more or sign you? Do you leave it to go somewhere else to start fresh and do something new, and then having to go through that whole, giving up, disclosing information that only one team knows.
Also, think about this too, D. This man led the nation in scoring as a point guard to go to a team and watch a guy who was a small forward run the offense. When he do play, they play him off ball at the 2. And maybe he likes it. Maybe he don't. But, since I got a few hot takes, I think in a couple of years when it's contract time, I think he dips. And I think everybody at that point, the rest of the league will still be like, okay, the jury's not out on this guy. I think wherever he lands, if he don't write it there, I think he's 30 for 30 in a few years. I think he out the league at that next stop, and I think it's a 30 for 30 as to the great mystery of Markelle Fultz and what the hell happened after he got drafted.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be what happened to Markelle Fultz while he's still playing. First 30 for 30, that's gonna be active.
Man, they're gonna be filming it at the game. Be like, what if we looking for this guy behind us once led the nation in scoring?
Hey, they're gonna show him doing his free throws. What did we tell you that this guy was the first number one?
Right. That's terrible. Shit, wow. That's terrible. What you think, Bears? Well, you ain't answer your own question. Now I'm curious.
Listen, man. When I tell you I'm rooting for the guy, like I said, I'm rooting for him. I'm hoping he's able to get it together, man. Seriously. Because I have honestly never seen anything like this. Like I said, I've seen the comparisons online. People saying Nick Anderson. It's not the same. Nick Anderson was hooping, bro. He was a beast.
He experienced success, and then a traumatic experience took him down.
Like I said, you go from leading the nation in scoring to it's something mentally there, and I just hope that this kid is okay. I hope he's able to turn it around, but the odds. I'm gonna go no. I don't see it. You gotta ask yourself, is this one of those situations? And I know we've been talking about this a lot, but is this one of those situations where this kid really didn't want to play basketball, and his people just, his people like, yo, go ahead, you good enough to make it? Like,
make you wonder.
You make you wonder, like, yo, do this kid really want to do this?
And not wanting to do it had him averaging 23, 24 a game. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe. Let's move forward, bro. I don't even want to talk about Markelle anymore. Shit making me sad.
All right, I got a pick'em game for us this week. A good one. D.
Do you want to win one of these shits one day or what, bro?
We had Raptors Celtics, and the Raptors was winning that game. Celtics made a great run because a guy from New Jersey, Kyrie Irving, took over the game and went wheels, dropped 40-something points. I know you probably one of y'all strong arm performers of the week. Shout out to him. But D, you lost again. Can you get in the win column, please?
Thank you.
D,
thank you for
you
thank
1-6,
B.
B.
Facts. Thank you for stating the
D
facts.
1-6.
It's great. It's great.
I'm
great.
5-4. Spade is 6-3. Am I right?
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm right. I got a good one for us this week. You talked about it earlier. The game. People are saying this is the game. Might be a Super Bowl match, a Super Bowl preview right here. We got the St. Louis Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. We know this game was supposed to be played in Mexico. That's not the case. It's being played in LA. I gotta ask y'all, who do you have and why?
This was easy, bro. Give me them Rams. Fun fact, even through the Chiefs' success, their defense has been Swiss cheese all year. And I think at some point it's going to catch up with them. I've been saying that, and it really hasn't. But give me the Rams to handle this right here. I expect that D-line to get back there and put some pressure on the young guy.
D, who do you have and why?
Copy my paper, D. I make it so easy.
I wish I can do that, but I gotta give it to the light voice, man. Patrick Mahomes. This man is going to
gosh, D, what are you? Jesus Christ!
I like what
I'm stay with the AFC way, AFC West over here. Pat Mahomes. I think he can kind of honestly shred almost any defense that come across him, man. Honestly, like he's pretty good. And leave it to Andy Reid. The more time you give Andy Reid to scheme for a game,
that's true.
the more time you give him, the more likely he is to win the game. I'm not going to talk about any coming off of the buys and stuff like that, but this is a Monday night game, so that just gives him an extra day or two to get practice, right? So I'm going to give it to the I'm going to give it to the Chiefs over the Rams. And also another another thing to take into consideration: if it's happening in LA and it's a smoky environment, I don't think the crowd going to be there. So this is going to make it easier just for the Chiefs to win. So I give it to the Chiefs.
That was a terrible factor.
I think it's going to be one of those shootouts. It's going to be one of those shootouts that it can really come down to who got the ball last. I'm telling you, I'm expecting. Let me see. I'm expecting 45-38, something like that, something crazy. And I have the Rams, and I'm gonna tell you what. I think the Chiefs gonna put up points. The Rams defense hasn't been what I thought it was going to be so far this year. But that Chiefs defense is worse. And I expect the Rams to be able to at least get 1 or 2 stops to be able to get that extra possession and win the game. Give me the Rams 45-38.
Boy, just because you're a Raider fan don't mean your record got to look like the Raiders. Let's go ahead and move forward.
Fact.
Last segment of the show today, man, we call this segment the Strong Arm Performer of the Week. It's a very prestigious award in podcast land, given away to a male or female athlete who raised his or her level of play to ensure that their team got the victory. I personally give my awards away to the most deserving people in the world. Not these two. Not that guy in the corner, and definitely not this guy here. The Paris, you on the hot seat, bro. Who's your Strong Arm Performer of the Week and why?
I got a good one, Spade. Spade, you know my team's been struggling. Florida State been struggling.
This Cowboys better not be.
What you say?
You better not find a way to get us to one of your teams. Go ahead.
Spade, just listen to your boy. My team's been struggling, man. Florida State been struggling this year. Cowboys got a big win against the Eagles last week. Shout out to them. But we kind of been off again, on again. You know, the Bulls is just injury play. We just can't get right. We had a big lead last night. I was damn sure going to pick a Bull if we would have beat the Bucks last night, but we didn't. Spit out a good one. We already know Rutgers football team has just been terrible. But I got a good one, Spade. I'm taking it to Rutgers. And I'm taking it to women's basketball. And I'm taking it to Coach C. Vivian Stringer. She won her 1,000th game when she beat Central Connecticut State 73-44. And let me just say this. At age 70, Spade, C. Vivian Stringer, Rutgers female women's basketball coach, in her 47th season, became the first African-American woman to reach 1,000 wins and the 5th Division I's women's coach overall. So for getting 1,000 wins, C. Vivian Stringer, Rutgers women's basketball coach, you are my Strong Arm Performer of the Week, C. Vivian Stringer. Congratulations.
D, hold on 1 second before you go. This is a monumental moment in the history of the Strong Arm Sports Podcast.
It's not true.
The Paris have never given his Strong Arm Performer of the Week to a female. He pump faked Serena Williams. He pump faked Serena Williams and said, I would give it to Serena, but I'm going to give it to this guy over here. We have been talking to this guy in meetings about equal opportunity, and those meetings have finally paid off. I feel like shedding a thug tear. LeParis has finally acknowledged the achievements of a female, and for that, I am happy. I can walk off the show. Go ahead, D. That's LeParis. I'm proud of you. Proud of you.
I'm proud of her. C. Vivian Stringer been getting it done for a long time, bro.
I feel it's kind of messed up to go after this now. You know, you kind of just set such a high bar.
Right.
So it's like, hey, all right. So let me water it down a little bit. You know, just take it down. It's probably my last football performer right here. So I actually got to give it to it. It's not that tremendous, like crazy, but I want to give it to Baker Mayfield for last week's performance. They played against the Falcons, and this man, you know, he ended the game with a 151 quarterback rating. That's kind of hard to do, especially as a rookie. I understand it was 17 out of 20, you know, but he still threw 3 touchdowns and 216 yards. So he still performed, and he had a couple runs that kind of gave him 10, 20 yards there, here and there. And even though Nick Chubb was still in that game and was giving them a buck 75 and getting it for 20 carries, I got to give it to Baker Mayfield just because he is a rookie, and this was a game without the head coach, right? We talked about earlier. So Baker Mayfield, strong arm performer. I don't really know what more to say because of what LePere said, so it kind of messed me up. So gotta get to Baker Mayfield. There you go. Strong armor. Boom.
Nick Chubb, I want to apologize for my stat man not acknowledging your greatness. And for the second or third week in a row, I'm sorry, I just bit an almond. I thought D was going to talk a little longer. But for the second or third week in a row, I'm going to go to the NBA for mine. I want to give mine to a guy who performs under the spotlight every single night.
Jesus. Spade.
The lights are bright on this guy's back, man. And
no, bro.
In a new area.
I'm leaving if he says this shit.
He's in a new area. Nobody expected this guy to come out and kind of be looking as bad as they've been looking. And in order for him, he realized in order for us to look better, I got to go harder. That's exactly what he did. Let me give you some numbers. What if I told you that this guy had 44 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 block shots, and a steal? I got more numbers. 13 of 15 from the charity stripe, 5 of 6 from beyond the arc, man. I'm talking about LeBron James. And he lifted this Laker team over the Portland Trailblazers despite a very impressive game from Damian Lillard and an okay game. Well, I guess it wasn't that damn impressive. I ain't see Lillard was 8 of 23. But, I mean, a pretty good game from Lillard and C.J. McCollum. Man, LeBron, not only did he have a big game, but he was super efficient, man. 5 of 6 from 3, 13 of 15 from the stripe, 13 of 19 from the field. LeBron James, for that performance, you are my strong arm performer of the week.
And wasn't that the game that he also passed Wilt Chamberlain on the scoring list?
You're right.
Yes,
that game put him in the top 5 scores of all time.
Yes, it was. Interesting fact. Interesting fact.
Uh-oh.
I know y'all saw it. What is it, like 6, maybe 5, 6 of the 10 people in the top scoring are Lakers? Oh, they were Lakers?
Boo. Yeah, that stat's kind of flawed because one of those guys is Carmelo and Liquor Carmelo didn't score any points at all. So y'all can miss me with that.
I mean, it's the same thing with LeBron.
That's true.
He got it.
That's true.
So it's like, hey, there you go.
All right, y'all.
All right, LePere, take us home, bro.
Y'all got anything else to add before I close?
Nope.
Hey, man, I know we talk about sports and stuff like that, man. I just want to just give it up. I just learned a new way on how to do some math the other day. Y'all understand they teaching kids how to do math on paper with lines? This is crazy right now. It's just something crazy.
I've seen that on Instagram.
What a nerd.
Multiplication is what lines right now. I just want to put it out there, man. It's weird.
What a nerd.
You have numbers. You have like 5 times 5. You put 5 lines and you do 5 lines vertically and horizontally, and you see where they interact. And then you kind of just add it to there. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. I just want to put it out there, man.
I'm so sorry, listeners. Statman be a nerd.
Spade,
no, I don't. I got
that, man. That's what I'm saying.
As usual, we want to thank you guys for your continued support. Listen, you guys have been great during the audio podcast. I already know. I'm going to say it again. We want you guys to rate the podcast, review the podcast. We cannot thank you guys enough for your continued support. I know I ask you guys that every week, but we need it. It helps the podcast out. As usual, though, you know what I mean? If you new here, you can bang the subscribe button. If you're a regular here, hit the like button. It take 2 seconds. It's a bell up there. I'm pretty sure we're going to try and get this joint up. We will probably be premiering it. It's a bell up there. You can click that bell. And it sends a notification to your mobile device to let you know that a new episode has been uploaded on YouTube. If you don't want to see 3 dudes arguing in the boxes, okay. We got audio podcasts everywhere. SoundCloud, UPodOmatic, iTunes, Spotify. We are everywhere. There's no reason why you guys should ever miss a show. We cannot thank you guys enough for your continued support. We will see you guys next episode.
Took the image of me failing and I plastered that. In my mind and everything I tried, I mastered that. Got my muscle up, then I got my hustle up. Marketed myself until I built the base of customers. The quiet dude. Look at me now.